Hello everyone, my name is Kieran from RedDevilWeekly. Welcome to another transfer show on the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the recent Mario Mandzukic news. Now obviously in the news recently we have been heavily linked with Mario Mandzukic, and reports are saying that Juventus are offering him to us in the transfer window, and also Jose Mourinho himself has expressed interest in him. Now, we have already made contact with Juventus over the potential signing of Alexandra as well. So we have been sort of connected with Juventus already during this transfer window. Welcome BHFC fans, no, BHFC News 07. Welcome Liam 87. Welcome guys. Thanks for joining. And also welcome Man United fan Stan, who had a bit of a chit chat in the comments just before we went live. As I said, as usual, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Obviously, as you can tell, the set for this live stream is a bit different from usual. But you know, I've decided to do it on a different computer because the other computer I was using was a bit laggy, and so I was forced to use Google Hangouts. But now I'm using this studio, hopefully is a bit better, and you guys can see your comments as well, so that's always good. I've got a guest on the show now. For you guys who haven't already met him, this is Big O. I've got on the stream with me. And yeah, so he's been mentioned a few times in the stream, so if you didn't know who he was, he's on the stream right now. Welcome, Big O. Well, that went well. That went really well.
Cowabunga!
Right, there you go. Welcome. That is Big O. That is his welcome to the stream there. BHFC,
That's me. Hey.
BHFC News says we signed Fionn and Done finally. So fair play to you. Already made 2 signings this transfer window. So fair play to you.
Well done for signing a second-rate player.
Welcome DNM75, welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Please leave a like if you haven't already as well. So obviously, Mandzukic is the order of the day. Now, the fact of the matter is that he's 32 years old. He's a tall man at 6'4", and he's someone who Jose Mourinho loves. You know, he really works for the team. He can, and I think, you know, he's what do you call it? Not diverse. He can play in multiple positions. So he can play for Juventus. We've seen him play out on the left as well and up front. And Jose Mourinho may be looking at Mario Mandzukic as a potential backup striker to Romelu Lukaku. So you know, I want to get everyone's opinions on that. Do you think this Mario Mandzukic signing would be good? But yeah, as we discussed, you know, Jose Mourinho does like those kind of big, strong players, and Mandzukic certainly seems to fit that bill. I'm going to come to you, Big O. What are your thoughts on Mario Mandzukic?
I'd say it's complete and utter tripe, to be honest. I think that, you know, it's someone in the media having a laugh, having a joke, having a few too many bevies. I just think that it's an absolute farce that, you know, we're even talking about this, to be honest. I think that, you know, I don't see him ever coming to Man United. I don't see on now if it's coming to United. He was on the kit thingy-majig, so he's not going from West Ham. I think it's absolute nonsense. But, you know, if I was to entertain the idea that Mandzukic could come to Man United, I don't think he'd be a very good signing, in my opinion. I mean, if we're going to try and win the league, we should probably try and start with the static players that we have, and just by getting rid of them, really, i.e., you know, getting rid of the style of play that people like Valencia and Carrick bring. Obviously, we're getting rid of Carrick, which is a result. But people like Valencia, people who just can't attack with the ball properly anymore. Valencia used to be a winger. He got absolutely murdered under Jose, and now he's become a right back, which is scared of his own shadow. So, yeah, but on Mandzukic, I don't really have an opinion on him. If he was to come to Man United, it'd be a great shame.
Well, there we go. Pretty damning report from Big O there. Welcome, Ryan. Welcome to stream, pal. How are you doing? Thanks for joining.
I'm reading here, by the way, that he's 34 years old. Is that correct?
34? I thought he was 32.
Oh. Well, I mean, I'm reading here, and it says it says 2 instead of a 4.
Right, there we go. Yeah, check your facts before you interrupt me. Now, welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining. As I said, please do leave a like as well on the stream. And subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I'm just... Obviously, this is a bit of a different setting than we are usually used to. Is because my other laptop isn't working as well. So I'm having to use this setup. So there you go. Welcome, Billy T. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. He says Mandzukic is lethargic and too old. There we go. So obviously, again, agreeing with the guest that we have on the stream. Stop sending photos, by the way. Big O. Because it's lagging.
I didn't mean to send a photo.
It's lagging up the stream now. Liam says Moussa Dembele is the king in Scotland. To be fair, Moussa Dembele is a fantastic player. You can't deny that. And also, guys,
by the way, who commented that?
Liam87 commented that.
All I would say, Liam, is that we're talking about Mandzukic and Arnautovic in this stream. If you want to talk about Moussa Dembele, then go to another stream, please.
Look, don't listen to him, Liam. You're very much welcome here. You're very much welcome. Okay, don't listen to him. Anyway, we've been... Obviously, United. We like to talk about all transfers on the show, even non-United ones. So keep
the stupid ones, by the looks of it.
Keep your comments coming in, please do. Keep your comments coming in. Keep your support for the channel coming in as well. Let's see. So Liam says I'd rather go with Dzeko than Mandzukic. That's very interesting. I think obviously Ed and Dzeko, I think they're around the similar age. But Dzeko definitely has more. Premier League.
I'd rather have a cut than a splinter. I mean, come on, Liam.
Dzeko has had Premier League experience, obviously winning the title with Man City. So yeah, he's had a lot of Premier League experience, more than Mario Mandzukic. So I think he probably will be better for Jose Mourinho, and did quite well in the Champions League this season. So yes. BHFC News says we made a bid for Liam Moore from Reading. Thoughts? Well, I don't know too much about Liam Moore from Reading.
I know. Ask me about Liam Moore.
Well, go on then.
Liam Moore, he plays for Reading. He's a centre-back. He's actually pretty good for Championship level, and I think it'd be a real coup for Brighton again.
Well, there you go. There are your thoughts on Liam Moore there from Big O. Liam says, how can you get 2 and 4 mixed up? Yeah, I know, mate. How did you get 2 and 4 mixed up?
I'll tell you what you got mixed up. Real success and oil money.
Thank you for that. Welcome to True Man Union. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Please leave a like if you haven't already. Ryan says, I don't think it would happen, but Lewandowski is the sort of player we should get, not a Stoke reject. And I totally agree more.
Ryan, that is static. He's a static player who feeds off the fact that he gets a lot of chances in the Bundesliga. In the Premier League, you get less chances, and I believe me, he would score a lot less goals in the Premier League. You can trust me on that.
Well, there you go. Again, another damning report on one of the best strikers in world football over the past few years.
Well, I mean, he looks good in the Bundesliga, but did he do it against Real Madrid this season? Tell me that now.
I mean, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. Lewandowski is one.
We're done with buying names. We bought Mkhitaryan, we bought Ibrahimovic, we bought Pogba, all the big names, all the big stars. Did absolutely nothing. Came 6th, came 2nd. Names does not win you trophies, my friend. What wins you trophies is tactics, tactical nous, a good manager and a good style of play. That's what wins you the Premier League, not star names.
Right, sorry about this, guys. I've wrecked my green screen here. Apologise for that.
Should I just keep filling?
No, I've got it. We're fine. We're back on. Yeah, my green screen flared up there a bit.
So also, we want to ask you tonight. Well, I say we, I'm the guest, but we want to ask you tonight: have you ever been in the Cubs or Scouts?
Oh, what is that question? What is that question?
Have you ever been in the Cubs or Scouts? Put yes or no in the comments, and ask us if anything happened in the Cubs or Scouts that you might want to talk about or might not want to talk about.
Billy T says, Fabinho linked to United. Thoughts? Well, thank you very much for that question.
That's nonsense again.
And if you guys want to get your questions in the live chat, keep getting them in, and me and Big O will answer them throughout the stream. So yeah, Billy, we'll get to your question. So, Fabinho linked with United, obviously heavily linked last transfer window, as we all know, as United fans. He was the talk of the town, and Jose Mourinho has
two videos.
I'm going to silence you from the stream now. I think that Fabinho, being linked to United, ultimately is, I think it definitely could happen. I think it definitely could happen. And I think with the fact that he is, Jose Mourinho, has said that he wants a Brazilian at United. A team without a Brazilian is not a team at all. So, yeah, I think possibly Fabinho could be another option. We have been linked with others like Fred and Milinkovic-Savic. If you want to go see my videos on both those players, they're up on the channel if you want to go check them out. But yeah, I think Fabinho would be a very good signing, mate. I think Fabinho would be an absolutely fantastic signing. And I think he would want to leave Monaco. Big O, what is your opinion on Fabinho?
My opinion on Fabinho. Well, I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're being used again for upping someone's price. But if it was to happen, I wouldn't be against it. I mean, he's obviously a decent player. I mean, he does play in absolute pub league, that Liga. But we do lack someone a true box-to-box midfielder. Paul Pogba's not a true box-to-box midfielder. He's a midfielder who predominantly does most of his effective play in the final third. And I think, we need someone who's box-to-box. Matic can hold. Someone who's in between box-to-box. And then we have an attacking midfielder. At the moment, we don't have that. But by the sounds of it, Talisca, Fabinho, Fred, all these guys hopefully going to solve that matter.
Well, yeah, I'd have to agree on that. I think,
But I think it's absolute nonsense in the media again, Fabinho. I think I'd be surprised if there was an anagram of Fabinho spelled out. This is lies. But yeah, I think that Fabinho, he's probably going to stay at Monaco. Lamar will get sold this season, I reckon. Fabinho's going to stay at Monaco. So. Or he'll move to Real Madrid and Lewandowski might go to Real Madrid as well, by the way, which I'm going to talk about later. I'm going to talk about later how people have been telling me that Liverpool in the Champions League will be good for English football. Do I fucking heck that? I hate that. I hate that opinion. I'm sorry, it's not good for English football. It's good for Liverpool. Liverpool does not represent English football, and I'm sorry, it's an absolute farce if you think that.
Well, there we are. There we are. We'll get on to that debate in just a second's time. Welcome, Mr. Money Gaming. Welcome to the stream, mate. How are you doing? If you haven't already, guys, please leave a like. That'd be absolutely fantastic. He says, goodbye the chance of getting Poch. Yeah, well, to be honest, I didn't really want Mauricio Pochettino at Manchester United. And, I wanted Jose Mourinho to stay. Obviously, some United fans did want Mauricio Pochettino at Manchester United. And yeah, so
contract one season and the next season gets sold. So contracts this day and age mean absolute zip.
PJ7, welcome to the stream. He says you can have Mandzukic. Well, thank you for. I mean, I'm not sure.
Thank you for that, mate. We'll take. Thank you for giving us Mandzukic, you absolute plonker.
No, but you were the one that was saying you don't want Mandzukic. I mean, PJ said
yeah, no, I mean, the fact that he just comes on and says, oh, you can have Mandzukic. Well, how about we take Alexandro and maybe also Buffon as well?
What about Douglas Costa? Should we have him?
Who's that?
Right, okay, you honestly know nothing about football. DLM75 says, where'd you get that studio from? Well, it was just a picture off Google Images. That's where I got the studio from, really. But yeah, Liam87 says typical view of a hurting United fan. Yeah, I think he is a bit hurt. Ryan says right, no, fine. He wants to answer.
What I'm saying is, I'm having an opinion that Liverpool. I'm sorry, I can't stand for anything they're doing. I hate, and that's just football. You're born into it. That's just happening. You can't stand for anything they're doing unless it's for charity. In which case that's fine. But when it's something when you can't stand for them winning the Champions League final. In any case, you can't do it, and I won't do it. And I'm sorry if you're gonna sit there and say Liverpool win the Champions League is somehow it's not a triumph for English football. English football is not responsible for Liverpool. Liverpool is responsible for Liverpool. And I'll tell you what, if those Scousers beat Real Madrid, I'd like you to come on this show and explain yourself.
Well, there you go, Liam. There is your ultimatum issued by Big O there. I saw an interesting comment by Ryan actually up here talking about Herrera. He says, I hope Herrera goes. If he does, we need 2 midfielders. And I think that really is that is a good point. Welcome, Matthew Coyle, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. He says,
oh, Matthew. We are still waiting for Matthew Coyle to call into the show. Hopefully that'll be tonight, if he's not too boring for the show. But I'd like to hear his thoughts on these pointless transfer rumours that you're coughing up, Kieran.
Well, yeah, he says good stream, so there you go. Thank you very much for that, and I appreciate the support from you there.
Thanks, Matthew, for that pointless comment once again.
Billy T says, Rory McIlroy wants Liverpool to win the Champions League, not a true United fan. And Ryan says...
It's not, I agree, Billy T. I agree, Billy T is on fire tonight. Rory McIlroy, he's a golfer, he's not a football fan. And doing that is probably an act of treachery, and it's a mercenary act, and we will now throw him out of the Man United fan club. The celebrity Man United fan club has lost a member, and his name is Rory McIlroy.
Ryan weighs in on it, and he says, how can United fans say they want them Scouts to win? Come on, Ronaldo, beat the Scouts, and I think everyone would reiterate
Viva Ronaldo!
Viva Ronaldo, indeed.
I agree with you so much. I think that, you know, if Liverpool would be doing the exact same thing, if they were in our position, they'd be doing the exact same thing. And I know they're going to pretend, it's easy for them to say that it's petty United fans, but they would be doing the exact same thing if we were in a final and they had won bugger all year. And they could still win bugger all year and finish 4th. So really, you know, we'll see. But Liverpool winning the Champions League would be absolutely terrible. And I don't think it's going to happen. I wouldn't think it's going to happen for a second. Ronaldo is going to get 3-1 to Real Madrid. I want to know your prediction for the final. And if your prediction involves Salah scoring, then you'll be banned from the stream.
Okay, so PJ7 says Liverpool is carried by Mo Salah. I 100% agree. Oh, God.
Liverpool are also carried by the Fenway Sports Group, which is actually involved which actually don't spend that much money for Liverpool. They don't spend enough money for Liverpool, and you know that's why they're not winning the league.
I want to get through a lot of your comments. So yeah, keep leaving your comments. I'm reading them all.
By the way, I know Daryl will be watching this. Hi, Daryl.
Right,
greetings.
Mute that. Sorry. PJ7 says not Douglas Costa. Yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely. You know, obviously, I don't think we're going to get Douglas Costa. We have been linked with him, but I don't think we are going to get Douglas Costa. Also, sorry for the bit of lag if there is lag in the stream. Also, I'm sorry for the fact that my camera's not really in focus, but there we go. I can't do anything about that. PJ says I just think Liverpool will flop. Yeah, and obviously he thinks Real Madrid will win it. I think we'll hope that Real Madrid absolutely spank those Scouse bastards. But there we go. Yeah. Obviously. So. Hold on a second, Big O. Hold on a second. So Liam87 says, you want me to explain myself because I want Liverpool to win. Yes. We'll see. We'll see what's I don't think you need to explain yourself, mate. I don't think you need to explain yourself. That's your opinion, and fair play to you. PJ7. Billy T says Ronaldo hat-trick. Yeah, I think I really hope that happens. Viva Ronaldo. Viva Ronaldo, as you say. PJ7 says, Big O sounds like a bit of a cunt. So now I'm going to let you speak now. I've got a few points from the comments as well, not just these guys. And again, I do apologise for the lag that is going on right now. I can see. And
apologise for the bad language that he just said.
Oh, yeah, sorry for using the phrase bastards when describing Scousers. I should be using cunts. Liam A7 says...
No, you just said the C word again.
So first of all, how would you respond to PJ7 saying, you sound like a bit of a cunt, to be honest?
Wait, did I ever go at someone he said in the comments?
No, the fact that you think you're funny, but you're not.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that that's a bit of a rash decision to make. I think that if you met me in real life, you'd change your tune, PJ7. It's quite funny how you sit behind a persona. You sit behind the persona. You sit behind a little keyboard, typing up your abusive messages. You sit behind a little keyboard. You think, oh, what am I going to do today at 9:30? Am I going to get laid? No, I'm going to sit in front of my computer and abuse this guy I've never met online. Well, that's very big of you, isn't it, PJ? If that even is your real name. But yeah, carry on doing what you're doing, and let's see how far it gets you in life, mate.
I might have to get him off here. I might have to get off the stream. Let's see then. There's a comment from Liam, which is actually quite interesting. He wants to ask you, Big O, whether you'll be excited to see will you be excited to see the Portuguese the Portuguese Pulis at United next season? And I would like to apologise for my dirty language, by the way. I do apologise for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just in case TalkSport are watching. No, I think that I think Mourinho deserves a third season. I think that people whining about the fact that we didn't win the league next season are just people that aren't seeing the real world. I think that, Mourinho, at the end of the day, you have to give him his credit. He's won everywhere he's been. I think, if we need to give, he said it's going to be a 3-year journey. We need to give him that third year. We made the mistake with Van Gaal, sacking him after the FA Cup. Absolute criminal, only took us backwards. Mourinho needs the time. He needs to make sure that team is fully a Mourinho team that's going to work for him. And I think we'll be successful next season.
Well, there you go. Well, thank you very much for calling in, mate. Appreciate it. I've got United lads waiting to come on as well. Yeah.
Oh, they can come on with me.
Yeah. Thank you very much for calling in, mate. Appreciate it. But yeah, United lads, welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. You can call in if you want. Just have Big O on there. So, my thanks to Big O for coming on. If you want to call in, United lads, and by the way, they're linked in the description down below if you want to go subscribe to them. But yes, you can go and subscribe to United lads in the description down below, and yeah, you can Skype in, mate, if you want to. And if you want to go check out, they did their season review. Matthew Coyle says, you never read my fucking comments. Again, I'm sorry for the swearing. That's what Matthew Coyle said. That's his fault. I just read out his comment. But anyway, look, if you actually put a comment, that I'll read it. But yeah. By the way, welcome Crazy Pizza Gaming. Welcome to the stream, pal. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. He said, I did earlier and you skipped it. Hurts my feelings. Well, I mean, probably wasn't a great comment. There you go. Don't be sorry, mate. Don't be sorry, United lads. Don't be sorry. Everyone's quite relieved that Big O is off the stream now. I don't know. I mean, he can get. He's kind of like Piers Morgan. He has very controversial opinions about Manchester United. So yes, Mr. Money Game says, "Yo, Kieran, did you hear that Spurs are getting Zaha? I tell you what, that's an interesting transfer. Very interesting transfer. And I think it would be a move in the right direction for Wilfried Zaha. Obviously, former United player going to Spurs would actually be a very, very good move for him, I think. So yeah, and I think it would be a good move for you as well. So yeah, fair play to you if you were to get Wilfried Zaha. DLM75 says, guys, please watch my video for the Real Madrid versus Liverpool match. Thanks. Yes, go and check out DLM's channel. Link in the description down below, or it better be anyway. If it isn't, you can click on his icon in the stream there and go to his channel. And yes, as Matthew Coyle says there, please do like the video, guys, and subscribe if you are new as well. Let's try and get to 10 likes if we can. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And keep leaving your thoughts in the live chat as well. PJ7 says it's not even his opinions. It's the fact he came across as very arrogant when I put my comment in. Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing. Yeah, I mean obviously on this channel we try and respect everyone's opinions, but you know when we get a guest on, it can be a bit dodgy. But we've got the one, the only United lads on the stream, and I'm very happy to say that. And also, as I said, their link is in the description down below if you want to go and check them out. But yes, welcome to the stream, guys.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Sorry?
Welcome to the stream, Matthew. Welcome to the stream. How are you
Oh,
doing?
hello, hello.
Hello. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. As I said, their link is in the description down below. But yes, obviously the main topic of discussion for this stream is Mario Mandzukic. Now, you know,
Yeah.
he has been heavily linked with Manchester United, and I saw you talked a bit about it in your stream earlier today. But yeah, what are your overall thoughts about him? Do you think he'd be a good signing for United?
Well, I'm not an expert on him. Like, I haven't watched him, you know, thoroughly. But from what I've seen, you know, he's good. I mean, I've seen him in the Champions League. He's scored a lot of good goals. But yeah, I'm not sure if he's the right fit for United. You know, with the way we might set up next season. Obviously, we have Lukaku, so I'm not sure how that's going to fit in. Obviously, I mean, I touched on it on my stream about, you know, he can slow up the game a little bit because he is quite slow, and that's one of his negatives, you know, when you talk about Mandzukic. But you know, he has that experience, and he's played at the top level. So I mean, if we get him at a decent price, I think we will. If we are going to go for him, then yes, why not?
Well, yeah, I think, you know, I mean, he has proved it at the top level of football. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Obviously, scoring in the Champions League final, and you know, he has scored goals everywhere he's gone. So maybe he could be a good player for United to bring in, especially a good squad player. His age might be a bit of a factor. Obviously, being 32 years old, how many years does he have at his best? I think he is on the decline, but I think we could still possibly get a few good years out of him. But for me, I wouldn't like to go straight to him as one of our main targets. I'd like to think we've got some other people in the pipeline that we could go to. Billy T here says Damian Blind, Fellaini, Jones need to leave. Obviously talking about the Deadwood players that need to leave United. And I think I'd have to agree with all of them. Yeah, I think I'd agree with all of them actually. Obviously Phil Jones is the only one I'd debate. But, you know, I don't know. I think, you know, Phil Jones this season, he has had some great games, but he has had some absolute blunders, especially in the FA Cup final. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll throw that one to you, Matthew. Who do you think at United are the absolute deadwood players who you think we need to get rid of if we are going to progress?
Well, the players I think we should just completely get rid of is Damian. Obviously, he's had barely any games, and he doesn't seem to improve at all. He seems to be on the decline. You know, he came at United, he was good for, you know, 6 months, and then he was just on the decline from there. So he's one of the players, if we sell him for a good price. Whenever we seem to, like, sell these deadwood players, we end up, like, giving them away for free or selling them, like, we have to pay their wages. So he's one that's got to go. Blint's got to go. And Smalling and Jones, I'm sort of in the middle of, you know. I mean, I wouldn't mind selling them for, you know, 10, 15 million, because there will be clubs out there that want them. They're not good enough for United. You know, we've seen that this season. I mean, Smalling, definitely, I think he's got to go. But Jones is one of those where, even though he's injury prone and he can make a mistake, he is quality. And like, he had a run of games this season where he played really well, I thought. But yeah, I mean, they're the deadwood players that I think we should get rid of.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with all of them actually. You know, I think you know. I think it's important to get rid of a few deadwood players here and there because, you know, you don't want your squad full of people who are going to sit on the bench every week. And you need to give space, possibly even for some youth players. Welcome, Joe O'Neill. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. As DLM says there, long time no see, buddy. Thanks for joining. He throws in a name, Thomas Muller. He says he would love to see him at Manchester United, and I think we all know his European pedigree. Has had a fantastic career with Bayern Munich, winning everything under the sun. So yeah, I think he would be a decent sign for United to make. Similar ilk to someone like Mario Mandzukic as well. Obviously, we have been linked with Muller for previous transfer windows. Not too much in the way coming this season, but again, I think he would be a good transfer to sort of see come in. But yeah, I mean, Billy T says Jones is too injury prone. I think Jones does, is injury prone as well. But it actually brings me on to another transfer which United have been linked with, Toby Alderweireld. Now, talking of injury prone, Alderweireld has had injury problems in the past. There's no doubt about that. He's 29 years old as well, so he's kind of in his prime, about to kind of start declining a bit. But sources say we could probably get him for around £50 million, that sort of region. Do you think that we should be looking to strengthen the centre-back role, and do you think Toby Alderweireld would be a good fit for Manchester United?
I think he would be a good fit. Obviously, this season we've lacked a little bit of leadership, a little bit of experience at the top level. Obviously, if you talk about our defenders, for instance, obviously you look at that and there's not many top quality players there who've played at the very top level in the Champions League. So, I mean, he'd be a great player. And obviously, he's 29, so I think we can probably get him for around 40-50 million, like you've been saying. He would be a good fit for United for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think he would be. Yeah, I think he is definitely a Premier League proven centre back. He's been one of the best centre backs in the Premier League in recent seasons, and has helped Tottenham to a very, very good defensive record alongside his countryman Jan Vertonghen. And it would be very interesting to see him and Bailly next to each other. But for me also, I think it'd be interesting to see Bailly and Lindelof, because Jose Mourinho ultimately bought Victor Lindelof this season and gave him a few chances, but not really enough to have a sustained run in the team. So yeah, I mean, I want to see Lindelof and Bailly play together as a sustained partnership. And yeah, I mean, obviously it's early days in the transfer window.
Yeah.
The people that we get linked to will probably not be the people we buy at the end. So we'll have to wait and see. But it definitely is going to be an exciting period for Manchester United, indeed, in the transfer window. DLM says Smalling is quality, not Jones, mate. Well, I think Smalling has made less mistakes than Jones this year, but I think they both had good games, both had bad games. I think if they could keep up their a consistent run of form, then maybe I'd want them more as like a I'd want them more as like a if they can keep up a consistent run of form, I'd be sort of better with that sort of partnership. What do you want to say, Matthew?
I mean, you just brought up a great point about Lindelof. Obviously, he was a player that we brought in. There was a lot of doubts about him, but I think he's progressed through the season. And if Mourinho has faith in him, it is a good pre-season. Then maybe we might see a great partnership there with Toby or Bailly, because obviously he struggled at the start of the season. He was in and out, but like you were saying, he's a potential player that. He could be playing quite a lot of games next season. Yeah,
I agree. I think and the fact that he bought him for what, like 35 million or something like that, and the fact he hasn't really got he hasn't really got a proper run in the team, and you would think for that sort of money, you'd want him to be one of your first team starters, but it just hasn't really worked out for him. But I hope he does get more runs in the team next season, and definitely. Maybe him and Bailly next to each other. Two relatively young centre-backs. If they both are in the team sustainably together and they enjoy a sustainable period together, they could, they could have a long and illustrious career at United. Billy T here says, could Herrera leave? Only has a one year left on his contract. Now, obviously, there's been a lot of talk this transfer window over centre midfielders, and we will. I want to talk to Matthew actually here about a few of the centre midfielders we have been linked with. But Ander Herrera obviously has only 1 year left on his contract. I do feel like he will renew his contract. I do feel like he does like playing for Manchester United, and he'll want to renew his contract at United. But I'm going to throw 3 things out to you here, Matthew. One, obviously, with Billy's question there. you know, do you think Herrera might leave in the transfer window, or maybe even the next few transfer windows? We might see Ander Herrera leaving the club. And do you think that someone like Fred or Milinkovic-Savic, two centre midfielders that we have been linked with so far in the transfer window, do you think there'd be adequate replacements for him?
I mean, just going off your first question, yeah, I mean, Ander Herrera, you know, people can, you know, criticise him for the mistakes he makes, but I think, you know, he's a good squad player. You know, he might not be playing a lot of games next season, depending on like the signings we get, but he offers us something different. You know, with the energy, and he gives it everything as well. So, I mean, I want to keep him. But like going on about Fred and Milinkovic-Savic, I think that they would be two good quality signings. I think Fred's obviously we're very close to getting him. We're on the verge of getting him for about 45 million. I think he offers us a little bit more going forward. I think. Similar to like Pogba, and then you've got Milinkovic-Savic, who he can just help up Matic a lot, because obviously, you know, Matic has had to do a lot of work this season, almost too much really, played too many games. So I think, you know, he'll be key, and I believe it'll cost us around 90 million pounds. So yeah, I mean, if we get two midfielders in and a defender, I think that'll be good enough for me.
Well, yeah, I think that'd be a good transfer window, and I think, you know, in some ways we need to trust some of the players that are already at the club as well. So, yeah, no, I think, you know, very interesting points there. But yes, as I said, guys, keep getting your thoughts in the live chat as well on what you think, you know, the signings we could be making this transfer window. But I mean, yeah, I mean, the thing is, this early in the transfer window, there's a lot of people we're linked with. There's not a huge amount of sort of proper activity you can report on.
Yeah.
And you know, the activity that I have been reporting on, I've got to be honest, hasn't been too much. Hasn't been too kind of substantiated with, you know, hard evidence, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it this, you know, mid-May, June, a lot of it will just be paper talk. But I do believe like the Fred deal is going to be really close, and I think it'll be important for us to get our signings in before the World Cup, so you know they can get a proper pre-season, and I think that'll be crucial also for Sanchez. You know, we've seen him struggle this season, so I think a proper pre-season for him will be crucial.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree, and you know, you want to get your signings in to make sure that they're bedded into the squad, and with Alexis Sanchez as well, it will be his first kind of pre-season. He can get more used to the team and hopefully settle in more in Manchester and with Manchester United, because I'm not sure if he is fully settled in or happy. So yeah, hopefully he does get more happy as his time at United goes on. DLM says he'll be doing a watch long tomorrow. Yeah, I'll watch it, mate. Don't worry about that. It sounds obviously Liverpool, Real Madrid, the Champions League final, the biggest game in club football, is happening tomorrow. So yeah, go check out DLM's channel for that. And also go check out United Lads in the description down below. You know, just kind of restarted making videos today. Obviously did the season review for Manchester United. So go check that out in the description down below. But yeah, I mean, what was you here, Matthew? You may as well ask you about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Champions League final tomorrow. You know, seeing Liverpool in the Champions League obviously hurts as a United fan. There's been a few suggestions from, you know, there's been some Man United fans, arguably, you know, equally a majority, a minority, that's been saying that it might be good for Liverpool to win for English football. Do you hold that opinion, or do you think that, you know, if you know, do you want Real Madrid to win, basically?
I'm sort of in the middle of it, because it's obviously, you know, nice to see English teams do well. Obviously, you know, Spain and Italy have been dominating the Champions League for quite a few years. So, but obviously Liverpool are our local rivals. So, I mean, there'll be a lot of, you know, banter between the two clubs there. But I mean, I don't really mind. I just want a really good game. You know, both really good teams. So, yeah, I'm not really fussed.
Yeah, no, I think you know, I think that's a pretty you know, a pretty level-headed approach, to be honest. I think there's, you know, some Man United fans who are right on one scale saying, you know, we have to support Real Madrid because if Liverpool win, you know, you'll completely ruin our season and all that stuff. And there's other people who say, well, no, it'd be good for English football if Liverpool win. And it's just kind of interesting to see where people are on that side of the debate. I mean, Big O was 100%, you know, we have to make sure Real Madrid win. So yes. Billy T says, Fred, Alderweireld, Sandro would be 3 excellent signings. I couldn't agree more, Billy. I think they would definitely be, you know, some really good signings. Alex Sandro is also one we haven't talked about yet, and I'll get your opinion on him in just a second. Brother Gaming, one with the stream, he says, Wayne Rooney is still world class. Well, I mean, I'm not sure if I'd have him back at Man United, but we do need a leader, and I think that's also another point which will be interesting to discuss. Matthew Coyle says, if the Scousers win, I think I'll have to go into hiding. So we know where he is on that debate, then, that spectrum you know, of wanting Real Madrid to win. So he's hoping for a Real Madrid hat-trick, as Billy T is. But we'll go back to, you know, Billy T's comment on Alex Sandro there. Also, you haven't mentioned him yet in the stream. Alex Sandro has been linked with Manchester United, obviously with Jose Mourinho hinting at a Brazilian coming into Manchester United. Do you think Alex Sandro is, you know, do you think Alex Sandro would be an ideal player for United? Do you think we need to strengthen that left-back role?
I mean, for sure, you know, he's a quality player. You know, we've got quite a few players in that left back position. Obviously, you know, Luke Shaw not getting many games. It's a shame, but I think he's got to move on now. I'm not sure what your thoughts are on that, but obviously Young, he's approaching 33 now. You know, I think there's better left backs out there, natural left backs, and like I was saying, we need natural width. So someone like Sandro, who's good at crossing, he's a natural left footer. I think that'll be important as well. So yeah, I mean, it would be great for him to come in. But if we did keep if we didn't get a left back, then I'd want Luke Shaw to be starting.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I think, you know, obviously, you know, Ashley Young is getting on a bit, and I think we do need to kind of, you know, we do need to, yeah, no, I think we do need to kind of make sure we, you know, keep evolving as a club. We can't have, you know, 34-year-old or 35-year-old left backs in the club really, and expect to win a title. But Ashley Young, you've got to say, did do an alright job last season. But Jose Mourinho has come out and actually said that he wants Ashley Young to play 40 or 50 games next season. So, I mean, I don't know I mean, I don't know how he's going to manage 40 or 50 games next season, but we'll see what goes on with that. I mean, we've got a few comments coming in here. DLM says, I told you before, Kieran, it'd be good if Liverpool win the Champions League. Oh, sorry, my screen's covering it because it's got a crack in it. Already known, Man City won the league, as it would be a wake-up call to United. So DLM is saying that, you know, he hopes Liverpool wins, so those United players can see what Liverpool are doing. I've just noticed my camera's gone back in focus, so that's good. Let's see. So Brother Gang says, please Scousers win. Okay, well, there we go. I don't think anyone's feeling that strongly towards it if you're a United fan. But there we go. Billy T says, getting knocked out to Sevilla was our wake-up call. Yeah, I think, I mean, as Matthew says there, yeah, it should have been. It should have been our wake-up call. Yes, I mean, you guys can get your predictions in for the Champions League final tomorrow, and I'll, you know, go through them. But yeah, for me, I think Real Madrid are going to win, are going to pip Liverpool.
I have to agree, sorry. I think, you know, I keep talking about the experience, but they've played, you know, Champions League final for like the last 4 seasons. They've won it 3 times, so I think, you know, their big players will turn up. Even though, you know, you've seen this season that they've struggled in La Liga, but they've really done well in the Champions League. So I think Ronaldo's back anyway, so that's a huge plus for them. So yeah, I mean, I just want a good game.
Yeah, no, I think we all do. I think because, you know, I mean, last Champions League final was actually quite a good game between Juventus and Real Madrid. You know, I think it was 3-1 in the end to Real Madrid. So yeah, it was a good game of football, or maybe it was 4-1. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it was an entertaining game. You always want an entertaining final. Yeah, so keep getting your thoughts in the comments, guys. Really appreciate it. Also, as I said, if you haven't already, go and subscribe to United Lads. Link in the description down below. Brother Gaming says, don't come at me, matey. At least I don't go to bed with Fred the Red Teddy. Right, okay. I mean, I'm not sure if he's talking to Matthew Coyle there, or I don't know. Anyway, DLM says Ronaldo always scores in finals. He does seem to always make his mark in the big games, and that is why everyone, you know, says he is the greatest of all time. And there's obviously a debate between him and Lionel Messi, which we're not going to get into on the stream. You guys can leave your thoughts in the live chat about it, but I'm not gonna go into that debate. But yeah, I think, you know, we've covered most of the transfers really that, you know, could potentially be happening with Manchester United. But I don't. Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, I mean, indirectly there anyway. Matthew Kroll has mentioned a player there. You know, David De Gea. Now, you know, we know he obviously got the Player of the Year this season as well. So again, he's another one who could potentially be out the door, depending on if an offer comes in for him. That's it. Depending on if an offer comes in for him. Jer suggests Varane. There you go. There's another one we could discuss. If Varane coming into United, he says Varane could help improve the squad if Mourinho could get the signing sorted. Well, I mean that is the main thing. You know, Varane is. I mean, to get Rafael Varane is going to be a very, very difficult task for any manager because he is one of Real Madrid's best defenders. But you know, Matthew, obviously, would you say Varane would improve our defence? But do you think it's really a realistic transfer, or do you think? I mean, how likely do you think that's going to happen?
It's not realistic. Obviously, you know, Real Madrid never sell any players to us. We always end up like selling players to them. But you know, he would be an improvement in our squad. No one can compare him to Smalling and Jones. So you know, there's probably I'd probably rather have Toby Alderweireld in front of him, just because he's Premier League proven and he's been in the Premier League for quite a while. But yeah, if we get him for the right price, then why not?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that price is going to be pretty high. I mean, let's be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would love to see Rafael Varane in a Man United shirt. Sadly, Joe, I don't think it's going to happen, but I think it's a great suggestion, my friend. Nesta, welcome to the stream, mate. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. My day is going great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for asking. And as I said, guys, please do leave a like on the stream if you have not already. I'm planning to do kind of transfer stuff, and I will be doing my own season review. If you want to go check out United Lads' season review, link in the description down below.
Cheers.
But I will be doing my own season review very, very soon. It might be on the weekend sometime. So you know, hopefully we can get a few of the guys back together. I mean, if you're available, Matthew, I would like to get you on if that's all right.
Well, I'm going to be away for about a week. I'm going to the Smoky Mountains, but I'll be back in about a week, so we can, you know, maybe do a collab or something, or something like that. Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I tell you what. Sounds exotic. The Smoky Mountains sounds exotic. So yeah, you enjoy yourself there. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd love to do a collab. We haven't done a collab with United Lads in so long, you know. So
yeah.
I want to get back into the routine of doing that. But yes, let's see what you guys are saying in the live chat. I mean, talking about David De Gea's girlfriend. I mean, I don't know what I can't really comment on that, to be honest. But there we go. DNM says we're all off next week, so you could do it next week. Well, I mean, obviously I'm off as well. Obviously on half term, whatever you call it. So, but I will have to.
When do you break up for summer?
It's a good question. I don't know. I think it's around 7 weeks away.
Oh, okay.
When do you break up?
Oh, I've broken up today, so yeah.
What for summer?
Yeah.
Oh right, because in America you get a load more days, don't you?
Yeah, because we have like literally no time off, and then we have like 3 months off for summer.
Fair play. So what? You'll be back in August then?
Yeah.
Well, nice. That sounds decent. But yes.
I've got like a last question. I guess I can. You can answer then, if that's all right.
That's great. Go ahead.
Obviously, you know, it's going to be very crucial with the players that we want to sign this season. How many more seasons would you give Mourinho?
That is a great question, and you guys can answer that in the live chat as well as me. I think Jose Mourinho. I mean, he's definitely getting next season, and I think it definitely depends on the way he performs next season. I think if we have the similar season like we did to this season, trophyless, finishing second place, it'd be a difficult decision. But I think the majority of United fans, especially if we're playing the same style of football that we were playing, yeah, the same style of football that we were playing. I think, you know, a lot of United fans will want Jose Mourinho out. I just think that he's a born winner. He knows, you know, how to win games, and for me, I'd love him to stay at United for a long time, and I'm hoping next season we can have a bit more success. But yeah, I'd love to see Jose Mourinho stay for the foreseeable future. But yeah, Billy here says needs 2 more seasons at least to win the league or Champions League. So yeah, I think Jose Mourinho is someone who deserves to be given time. His managerial record speaks for himself. But yeah, yeah, go on.
I always say you have to give managers 3 years and maybe even longer for Mourinho, because he's trying to mould, you know, certain players into his system. Getting rid of all the deadwood this summer is going to be important, and getting in the players that he wants. And I think at the end of next season we'll be able to, you know, make a true evaluation on whether he's going to stay or not.
Yeah, I definitely think I agree with that. I definitely concur that. But yes. Anyway, guys, I'm probably going to wrap up the stream here. It's been absolutely fantastic having everyone on. Thanks to Big O for coming on earlier in the stream. Thank you to Matthew Jones from United Lads, but you already know that. If you don't already know that, link in the description down below. Get subscribing to United Lads. But yeah, any last words, Matthew?
Not really. Just thanks for having me on, and hope to be on in the next, you know, couple of weeks or so.
Yeah, no problem at all, and enjoy your week in the Smoky Mountains as well.
Cheers. See ya.
Yep, see you later, guys. Thank you guys for watching, guys. No problem, Billy. Thank you very much for joining. And as I said, as always, leave a like if you have enjoyed the stream, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And yes, we'll see you guys in a bit.